Deladon again.
We had a great year last year, won a lot of games.
Hello CAA Hoops fans, and welcome to a special edition of CAA Hoops Weekly as we get you ready for the 2013 CAA Women's Basketball Championship presented by Jana King. I'm Bobby Broyles along with Rob Washburn. Rob, it should be a competitive field, but everyone will be looking to knock off Delaware, who has been undefeated in CAA play for nearly two whole seasons now.
Yeah, Delaware's the defending CAA champion. They've posted back-to-back 18-0 regular season records, so there's no question they're the favorite coming into this championship. They have 7 seniors led by All-American Elena Deladon, Lauren Carra, and Danielle Parker, who I'm sure would like to repeat as CAA champions and get another shot at making an NCAA tournament run. However, they had a very competitive games with second-seeded James Madison and third-seeded Drexel during the final 2 weeks of the regular season, so they're going to have to play their best to cut down the nets again on Sunday.
Well, the action tips off on Thursday afternoon at noon on CAA.TV with the opening round game as the 8th seed George Mason Patriots take on the 9th seed UNCW Seahawks.
Yeah, Mason won both regular season matchups by double digits. Guard Amber Easter with 17 points and 13 rebounds in their most recent win, and Joyce Tharrington with 18 points and 9 rebounds in the first victory. Now the Seahawks come into the tournament with a lot of momentum as they knocked off Northeastern 68-64 in Boston last Saturday. UNCW with a school record 12 three-pointers in that game with senior Tawana Lee pouring in a career-high 23 points with 7 assists. UNCW also need a big-time game from senior forward Carnisha Garrett, who leads the team in scoring and rebounding.
The winner will move on to take on the top seed Delaware Blue Hens on CAA.TV to kick off quarterfinal action on Friday. Then at 2:30 it will be the 4th seed Northeastern Huskies taking on the 5th seed Hofstra Pride.
Yeah, the two teams met just last week. Northeastern came out on top 88-81 to sweep the regular season series. The Huskies had 5 players score in double figures in that game, led by guard Deanna Kirchhoff, who scored 24 points in the game and has had another tremendous season. Northeastern also has a pair of capable scorers in Keshae Cannon and Jewel Tunstall. Now Hofstra counters with senior All-America forward Shantae Evans, who's recorded double-doubles in 35 of her last 50 games and is the CAA's all-time leading rebounder. Fellow senior Candace Bond has also had a good year for the Pride, especially on the defensive side of the ball.
Third game of our quarterfinal action on CAA.TV will be the number 2 seed JMU Dukes facing off with the 7th seeded Towson Tigers.
Yeah, JMU comes into the tournament having won 14 of their last 16 games. The only 2 losses during that time have been to number 1 seed Delaware. The Dukes swept the season series from the Tigers with both wins by double figures. JMU, of course, has 2 of the league's best backcourt players in Kirby Burkholder and Tariq Hislop, and another guard freshman, Precious Hall, has had a tremendous year. Now, Towson is playing its best basketball of the season coming into the tournament. They've won 3 in a row, 5 of their last 6, including wins over Hofstra and Northeastern. Guard Tanisha McTiller has had a breakout season for the Tigers. She's averaging better than 18 points and 7 rebounds per game.
Then we round up our quarterfinal action on Friday with the 3rd-seeded Drexel Dragons taking on the 6th-seed Tribe of William & Mary.
Yeah, Drexel fell to Delaware in last year's championship game, so you know that they really like to get back to the finals and get another shot. Now, the Dragons had won 4 in a row before losing their last 2 games to James Madison and Delaware to end the regular season, but they swept the regular season series from the Tribe. Guard Holly Mershon is the leader for Drexel, averaging more than 19 points and 6 rebounds per game, and Taylor Wooten has had a great year for the Dragons inside. And William & Mary's won 2 of its last 3, including a victory over George Mason in the regular season finale. Emily Corral with a tremendous season, averaging over 17 points and 8 rebounds per game, while Janine Aldridge gives them an outside threat, having made 83 three-pointers.
Remember, fans, to watch all the live coverage of the opening and quarterfinal rounds, there's only one place, and that is CAA.TV. Also, audio stream via both online and the CAA iPhone and iPad app for the opening and quarterfinal rounds will also be available. You can download the app by logging on to caasports.com/mobile. Rob, the madness continues as we hit the road once again to the Showplace Arena. It should be another great tournament.
Yeah, there's nothing better than the excitement of March Madness, and we hope fans will join us at the Showplace Arena in Upper Marlboro for the next 4 days.
That is it from us today. Remember to stay with CAAsports.com for continuing coverage of this year's 2013 CAA Women's Basketball Championship. We'll see you in Upper Marlboro, Maryland.